Hello and welcome to the Quality Not Included Podcast, Episode 2, with your host, Jim JL, also known as Adam, and today we're talking about yet another controversial game in the FPS genre, and you could probably guess what it is. It's Battlefield 5, yes, another World War II shooter from the EA and DICE company. Little tidbit, EA has been voted the worst company. That's not a joke, it actually has. So, nevertheless, on with the podcast. Battlefield 5 is an upcoming first-person shooter video game developed by EA, DICE, and published by Electronic Arts. Battlefield 5 is the 17th installment in the Battlefield series. It will be released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on October 19th, 2018. The game will continue from its predecessor, Battlefield 1, by focusing on World War II. So first thoughts of this game. It shows a lot and similar with Battlefield 1 in the way I actually have read up on this article so far. It's very close to Battlefield 1, but it has, again, the Battle Royale mode, woohoo. That's really one of its core differences, and the article also says that it has limited resources now, like very limited resources, to where it's more realistic. So here, I'm gonna put my my word right here because I don't really play Battlefield that much. I never really found the enjoyment in it. Only Battlefield Hardline. That's probably one of the only games I've played that I've actually enjoyed in the Battlefield genre. I played. Let's see, which ones have I played? I played Bad Company 2, 3, and 4. And I think that's about it. I played Hardline, and from there, that's where it stops. And I've played quite a bit of each, and I have to say, out of all those games, Hardline's the only one that I've exclusively enjoyed. So, you won't be getting this from a biased basis like my last one, Call of Duty 4, or Black Ops 4, I'm sorry. Call of Duty 4 is Modern Warfare. You won't be getting this from a biased basis, because I have scarcely played Battlefield franchise whatsoever. So, yeah. So it's developed by DICE, the publisher's Electronic Arts, in the Battlefield series. It's running on the Frostbite 3 engine, which you would think it would. The Frostbite 3 engine's amazing in and of itself, but I was pretty sure they would have changed it by now. But no, well. It's on the Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, It's going to release October 19th, 2018. I'm trying to remember correctly. I believe Call of Duty was October 12th. I don't know. I don't have photographic memory, but that might have been it. It's releasing on the same year, but I think Call of Duty is October 12th. It's in the first-person shooter Battle Royale genre. Yay. And it has a single player and a multiplayer. Now, as I said, I've read up on this article already, and it says the single player isn't a full-fledged story mode. It's just based off of World War II stories. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. World War II. I'm trying to say like World War II, but whatever. The last one was based off of stories, World War I stories. This one's based off of World War II stories. It's little slice bits for just little extra content, I guess. But nevertheless, Battlefield 5 will focus extensively on party-based features and mechanics, scarcity of resources, and removing abstractions from the game mechanics to increase realism. There will be an expanded focus on multiplayer customization through the new company system, where players will be able to create multiple characters with various cosmetic and weapon options. Cosmetic items and currency will be used to purchase others. And currency used to purchase others will be earned by completing in-game objectives. There's something good. I have no doubt in my mind that Battlefield 5 will have a multitude of microtransactions, but the idea that you'll be able to earn them in-game also is good. The game will feature several new multiplayer modes, including the continuous campaign mode, Tides of War, Royale, and Grand Operations, which is actually sounds pretty cool. The Grand Operations mode is an expansion of the Operations mode introduced in Battlefield 1, which focuses on matches taking place across multiple stages to simulate a campaign from the war. In Grand Operations, each round will have specific objectives and performance in each stage will influence the next games. Will culminate with the final stand, when players using only a primary weapon with limited ammo and no response, similarly to Battlefield 1. The game will feature a collection of single-player war stories based on aspects of World War II. The Battle Royale mode will be built around the franchise's core pillars of destruction, team play, and vehicles. Okay, we have a little bit of ground to cover here. So, starting with the multiplayer, the core aspect of Battlefield in and of itself. Battlefield was built on multiplayer, and it will probably die on multiplayer. And seeing the way the franchise is going, it will probably die pretty soon. But, oh lord. Okay, so multiplayer, huge open maps, multitude of weapons, vehicles, explosions, destruction, Levolution, which was a term introduced in Battlefield 4, I believe. Levolution meaning what you do to the map, you can take down a skyscraper, you can shoot a wall down, and it won't change next time you respawn. It's not like Call of Duty where you explode a wall, like in Ghost, which was probably, I think, only one of the only Call of Duty games to have Levolution up till that point. You put a C4 on a wall, it explodes, and that's it. In Battlefield 4, you shoot the wall enough, it'll fall apart. And then there's multiple things that you can do with that wall that you just broke apart. You know, it's Levolution. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. What else? Customization coming to the guns. I know Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, they had customization to the guns. But what they're saying here in the wiki article, saying that they will have like customizable characters along with the guns. Like I'm believing it's not just going to be putting camos and new outfits. It's probably going to be customizable things that will be necessary to the gameplay. Like you can have a vest that stops bullet damage or decreases bullet damage. Maybe you have a helmet that makes it harder to get headshots because the what is it called, the whatever it is, the shoot box around you. That probably sounds really dumb. I forgot the name. It's the little box around your character that's able to get shot at. Let's see, what else? Probably multiple vehicles, like air, land, and sea. Although I can't see that working out in Royale mode. Because in Battle Royale, it's based off of... I mean, they have cars in Battle Royale. Well, they have... In PUBG, they have cars and motorcycles. In Fortnite, I don't know, because I don't play that game, because I'm not an idiot. And in Battlefield, they have boats, and they have helicopters, and they have jeeps. But in the last game, they had planes. But seeing where this one's going, it's gonna be something. I can tell you that. Okay. On to the Royale mode. Woohoo! This should be fun because Battlefield 1 was kind of Royale before Royale was a thing. If they had a free-for-all in Battlefield that only had one life, there's your Royale mode. Sorry, I was focusing on a noise outside my room. Yeah, that would probably be a Royale mode, which you could probably do if you own a server. So... it shouldn't be much different from Battlefield, and I'm pretty sure they don't have to say that they made a map exclusively for Royale, because every map on Battlefield up to this point can probably be said as a Royale map. Single player. I don't really like Battlefield single player. The only one that I've actually enjoyed is Hardline. One that I can tolerate is 3. The Battlefield 4... It's a story. It's a good story. But I don't think it matched the type of game Battlefield 4 was meant to be. I don't know. That's me. It was a good story nonetheless. But Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 3 were the two that I extensively got to. The single-player operations will be in Call of Duty Black Ops. You can see where Black Ops 4 is getting, I guess, inspiration, air quotes yet again, from other genres, but oh well. Battlefield 1 had little side operations that you can do. Maybe whenever your internet's down, do a little side operation for the single player until the cable guy comes to restart your internet. And they're probably little 30-minute snippets of little single player missions, like you're driving a tank through a forest, or you're part of an army part of an army. Of course you are. You're in Battlefield. You're part of a platoon that's going through a forest, and stuff like that. My thoughts on that? I don't like it. I like games that have a full-fledged single player. See last video, I talked exclusively about this for Black Ops 4. I like a game that you can focus about the character that turns into someone, that can grow. But whenever you're playing as a character, not in this case as an operator, because Black Ops 4, I'm getting the mix. Battlefield 5 characters were all randomly generated in the game. Well, they're not randomly generated; they're made, and then you play as one of the 7 or 8 of them. But they're not operators. In Black Ops 4, they're operators. So that means they get killed off every game you play, unless you're God. They get killed off. So it kind of ruins the whole idea of character building. But for Battlefield 5, I think that kind of works. I think the single player aspect works in a way, because I've told you this before. I don't like the whole little snippets of operations. If you're not going to put a campaign and you don't want to put time into your campaign, don't make a campaign. I mean, don't make something that no one's going to really want to play, because the game's based off of multiplayer. If it's meant to be a multiplayer game, make it a multiplayer game. If you want to add campaign later, halfway whenever the game's dying out, Or game's dying out, what are we going to do? Make a single player campaign on the side and add it on. That's some DLC or something. Which we all know that Battlefield's very good at. Okay, onward, the development period. DICE unveiled the first details surrounding Battlefield 5 on the 23rd of May of 2018. With more information to be unveiled during the EA Play press conference and near E3 2018 in June, DICE has stated that unlike Battlefield 1, it does not plan to use paid downloadable content or loot boxes for non-cosmetic items within Battlefield 5. New content will be added to the game for all players over time, which itself will progress through the different stages of World War II at no additional charge. Wow. The decision to include these features was made following the outrage over the loot box system in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Another EA DICE title. Battlefront 2, baby. Okay, so if you're not caught up to date on Battlefront 2, which all gamers probably are, they had Battlefront 2 was basically a pay-to-win game disguised in sheep's clothing as a Battlefront game. It was EA's attempt to see how far they could push the paid-to-win system, and they went way too far with the outrage of the customers saying take off the loot boxes. So they did that. They took off every single loot box. They said it would not be necessary unless you want to buy it. They made the system a lot easier to get upgrades and all that. And then they pulled a whole 180 and turned it back on. So, yeah, just to say that single-handedly killed the Battlefront series. So, yes. So Battlefield 5 not having that is pretty cool. I'm glad EA is making a flip on that. But knowing EA, knowing DICE, they will probably turn their backs on that soon enough. Once they notice that it's not going to be profitable for them, or at least it doesn't make them enough money, they'll probably flip it. The announcement trailer was met with a backlash from some fans of the series who criticized the game for the lack of historical accuracy and authenticity. Particularly highlighted was the trailer's focus on female frontline soldiers, which they felt an exercise in political correctness. Further complaints were given to the use of certain weapons, prosthetics, and body art as being very uncommon in that period. However, others criticizing the backlash pointed out that female soldiers did participate in World War II, highlighting real-life examples, and that previous games of the Battlefield series are not seen as having a completely realistic portrayal of war. Some suggested that some of the backlash was due to the misogyny rather than the true worries over historical accuracy. In response to the outcry, the game's executive producer, should I try pronouncing that? Alexander Grondel, sorry, I really hope I didn't mispronounce your name, he or she, I'm assuming you're a he, wrote on Twitter that the team would always put fun over authentic, my bad. DICE's general manager, Oscar Gabrielson, sorry again, also responded on Twitter saying, "Player choice and female playable characters are here to stay. Our commitment as a studio is to do everything we can to create games that are inclusive and diverse. We always set out to push boundaries and deliver unexpected experiences." So my thoughts on that, I had no problem with it. Yes, it may not be 100% historically accurate, and I do agree there probably were female soldiers in World War II, but I see no problem with it. If they want to add female characters to the game, it's their game. Let them do what they want. I mean, it's fine with me. I see no problem at all. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's where I stand. Okay, so it's time for the best part. Here we go. My final thoughts on Battlefield 5. Will it be a good game? Will it be one to buy? Will it be a revolutionary game like Battlefield 1 was? Probably not. Usually games... Well, hold on. Let me stop myself there. It may be one, okay? I'm not gonna do that whole misogynistic thing. It may be a great game. Example, Fortnite. Fortnite had basically no hype to back it up. Some companies tried to promote it, but horribly failed. And that's whenever they introduced the Battle Royale mode, which made it famous, I guess. And maybe that'll happen for Battlefield 5 too, just like may happen for Black Ops 4. Will it? I don't know. There's no way to tell unless you have a time machine. But will I play this if I get the chance to? Probably not. As I said, I'm not big on the Battlefield series, and it doesn't really appeal to me. It's a lot of time. The way I see it, it's a lot of effort for no reward. Because you're running around for 5 minutes, yeah, you get like 2 or 3 kills, you get shot by an RPG, and you won't get any more kills for the rest of the game. Because everyone else is better than you, and it's huge, and it's overwhelming. While in Call of Duty, there's small maps, and everyone may be better than you, but at least you have a chance by picking up other people's guns and all that, and it's more close quarters, and it's faster paced. Battlefield's so slow that the matches last almost an hour. I remember I played Battlefield 3 once, and a match lasted, I believe, somewhere around 40 to 50 minutes, which is fun, especially whenever it's like 12 o'clock at night and you're like, oh, I'm going to finish this game before I go to bed. Yeah, I didn't finish the game. I went straight to bed because I got too mad. Will I play it? Probably not, unless it's one of those things like recently I have all the games for my PlayStation that I want at the moment, but every once in a while I say, well, I want to get a new game, so I'll go pick one up, and I'm like just looking through, and I see one, I'm like, okay, I get that, why not? And that might be what happens with Battlefield 5. I will definitely buy Black Ops 4 before I would buy Battlefield 5. Sorry, guys, but yeah. Do I suggest to any Battlefield fans that you should buy it? Yeah, I want to see if DICE is going to deliver. I mean, I know it was met with a lot of backlash, but really, what do you expect from DICE at this point? I mean, Just look at it this way: they're promising that they won't put the loot box, or they won't put the paid for aesthetic things yet. So at least that's a bright side. Do I think you should probably play it? Yeah, why not? Especially if you get a console that's bundled with it, then why the heck not? But if you just want to buy it, try it out. You don't like it, I think there's like a 7-day return policy. You'll get your money back, and you can buy Black Ops 4 if you want. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to think some other things that I can say about it. Do I think it will be a golden spot on the gaming genre like Battlefield 1 was? Probably not. Battlefield 1 blew up because Black Ops 3... No, was it Infinite Warfare? No, I think it was Black Ops 3, because Battlefield 1 stayed alive a lot longer than Black Ops 3 did. It was Black Ops 3 along with Battlefield 1, and then it went from Infinite Warfare to World War II. And then Battlefield 1 was still on top. Because it was different. Call of Duty had been releasing futuristic game after futuristic game after future after future after future. And Battlefield 1 stood out because it was based in the past. And it was something new. Not new, but it was because it was World War I. No one had ever attempted that before. It was new-ish. So everyone kind of warmed up to that. But the Call of Duty also had its fan base, like me, who were the ones who played that over Battlefield. So, will it be a big game? Probably not. From what I've seen so far, it probably won't be. It'll probably be a mediocre game that will be kind of like, playing Battlefield 5, and everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. But it won't be like Battlefield 1, where it's like, I'm playing Battlefield 1, all of Twitch comes over to your stream. But whatever. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I made you want to buy Battlefield 5, then great. If I made you have a hatred for Battlefield 5, well, that's not what I was trying to do with this video. You should probably rethink your life choices. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, or if you want to hear more videos like this, or podcasts like this, then just hit that subscribe button and do that little bell thing. But I'm not going to force you to, because that's annoying. So only if you want to do it, feel free. I want to thank everyone who is listening to this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. It is currently Sunday right now while I'm recording this, and I'm probably going to take a nap, because I'm tired. Have a great rest of the day, guys, or night, or rest of the week, or rest of the weekend. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but just have a great Bye, guys.